at one point, third tallest building in the world. Oh my goodness.
Have you ever wondered what paradise would look like if it took the shape of an island? Welcome to Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanks, well, they come like that. Ooh.
Hi, my name is Kaveen Pierce. It is like -5 degrees in Canada right now. It's snow everywhere. It's a nice day, but I'm going to Sri Lanka soon. Yeah, I'm going to Sri Lanka soon, next week from now. So it should be a completely different switch from what you're seeing right now. Magi singala tamat honda na tamat honda kata karna ba. So I'll primarily be speaking this one in English. Yeah, but yeah, it would let me talk to the locals and communicate with some of my family members, which I think would be a cool perspective because I haven't really seen that before on YouTube at least. So yeah, super excited. Plus, like, I've been in some like deep internet rabbit holes where they talk about like how ancient Sri Lanka is and like all the cool things that you can see there, because like Sri Lanka is not a country like Canada, you know. There's like it's very different and it's like an ancient place. I don't know, I think it's gonna be really cool, and like I haven't seen that stuff either, so I'm kind of discovering it for myself. Luckily I'm going with my mom, and I have some family there already. People I haven't seen in years. Like the last time I went to Sri Lanka was in 2018. So that would be like 6-7 years ago. So yeah, a really long time. Yeah. Let's just get it done with. We are flying out of Toronto airport. Me and my mom flying, and it's about a day to get to where we want to go. And this is my mom. We are headed to Colombo International Airport, which is just 30 minutes south of my family home, which is Negombo. We were picked up by my mom's brother, my uncle, Dilimami. This is him here. You'll see him a lot throughout this video. He takes us to our family house, and the next few clips are just some wholesome moments that I thought to include. I think you guys might like it.
Here we go.
Over here. What? Say hi.
Hello.
Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Hello. Hi.
So everyone's
We're having a great time.
Ah.
Go, Sajiva. සජීව හොම්බට ගහලා වගේ අම්මිගේ අම්මිනිය කන බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා වගේ අපි වැඩින්න සජීව හරි හදා ගන්න පොසට ආගේ අම්මට දිරි මාර ලස්සනයි යා.
There is only vision on my mind.
It's 6 in the morning. we are going to Anuradhapura. So I started my day in a very Sri Lankan fashion. My little cousin annoying me early morning with Nesta malt in my hand and my grandma rubbing Odi cologne into my hair. Dilly Mummy, my mom, headed over to Anuradhapura, which is, I think, 5 hours from Negombo. We passed by a lot of cities, and along the way we saw paddy fields, beautiful lakes, Buddha statues, temples. It was honestly very beautiful driving up. I also wanted to include the next few clips because I think they were important to talk about, as there was a cyclone in Sri Lanka recently. You can't really tell well, but in this video, like, there's a massive landslide over this lake, and at some point Dilly Mommy said that the water was up to the bridge level, which is just kind of crazy. So like, check out the links below to help out with these areas. And we were approaching Anuradhapura very soon. So I will begin explaining the history of Anuradhapura, and to do that I have to start at the very beginning. So we know that life started out of Africa and started traveling east and north. The first humans to come to Sri Lanka came about 125,000 years ago. So since that point, there has always been a human presence in Sri Lanka. And these people eventually accumulated into a group known as the Sri Lankan Vedas. They are basically Sri Lanka's indigenous population. They used to be all over the island, and now their population is reduced to just less than 2,000. And this is mostly just due because of assimilation. They're just like blended into the general population now, and a lot of them just consider themselves general Sri Lankans. And following that was the Sinhalese, which came with Prince Vijaya, who was a North Indian prince that was exiled and came here in the 5th century BCE with him and 700 other followers to help establish the Anuradhapura Kingdom. This was all chronicled in this ancient text called the Maha, which is like almost like a Sri Lankan mythology book. It has a lot of interesting stats, like, stories that say like this guy Prince Vijaya was lion-like, and that's kind of how the term Sinhala came from. So I think Sinhala means lion slayer or something to do with lions, and we essentially got that from him. I also wanted to include this next bit just because I think it's really interesting. This is like a ChatGPT genetic mock-up, and it includes like some of the things that I'm talking about, including Sinhalese, which is what majority of the people in Sri Lanka identify as, including Vedas who were assimilated. Like I said, a lot of Sinhalese carry some Veda ancestry. And then it also includes South Indian, or a term called Tamil, which these people came slightly after the Sinhalese and sometimes even more recently in history. And they also blended in. So a lot of people have this like a very similar genetic markup like this, especially like some European blood that came from more recent history. So the reason why the Anuradhapura Kingdom was so advanced or considered ahead of its time was because of the engineering system that they have. I talk about this later in the video as well, but there was like some great irrigation systems and like some of the largest buildings ever built on the planet, which is kind of crazy to think about from a small island like Sri Lanka. It was also the home of Theravada Buddhism, and a holy site for a lot of people to pilgrimage to at the time. They had a great economy with trade links with India, Rome, China, and lasted about 1,400 years, which is almost longer than a lot of the major civilizations throughout history. In this next slide, I want to talk about some of these stories that were foundational in Anuradhapura's history, starting with the image on the top left, which is, I believe, 2 women carrying a bunch of goods, and you can't tell it, but in the woman's hair on the right, she's actually carrying a tooth in her hair, hidden in her hair. This is a very ancient story and probably one of the most important in Sri Lankan's history. It kind of tells a story of how the tooth relic, which is Buddha's tooth, after he passed, how it got to Sri Lanka. And to understand Sri Lankan history, you have to understand how important this tooth relic is. It was so important, especially for kings who were trying to legitimize their power, to control this tooth. It controlled populations and like pushed belief of Buddhism throughout the country. And it's kind of how Anuradhapura got its seat of power and became as successful as it was. Another story was the one just to the right of that. It's a tree on a ship being brought over to Sri Lanka. This is another like very ancient story and actually like applies to global history because this was the world's first planted tree. It was a Bodhi tree that was brought over from India. And you can see on the bottom left, it's there now. That's what it looks like now. We will visit this in this video as well, but it's another important one, and it's a big symbol of Buddhism because, like, I believe Buddha achieved enlightenment through praying under the Bodhi tree, which is another important symbol in Buddhism. And lastly, I want to talk about these 3 dome-like buildings you see on the right side. These 3 are called stupas. They are a Buddhist building, similar to how like pyramids were built in a triangular way. These are almost always built like in this fashion. And among these stupas, at the time that they were built in like the 5th, 4th century, they were some of the biggest buildings built on the planet. Like, yes, the planet. A small island in Sri Lanka had the 3rd biggest building on the planet. And it's the brown one on the right. That's what it looks like today. It was discovered in like the 1900s by the British in a complete ruin, like the image seen in the middle. And it was restored. So both are like very massive even still, but at the time they were built, they were twice their size. One of them is called Jetavanaramaya. I can't pronounce it. I just call it Jet. That stupa was at 1,400 feet high, which is, yes, the 3rd biggest. Now it is 200 because it was destroyed by South Indian invaders. I believe the Chola Kingdom. And you know the Chola Kingdom if you have ever played King's Crusaders, which is like a pretty goated civilization at their time too. Eventually that's what led to the downfall of Anuradhapura. But yeah, we will visit all 3 of these sites. They're still very beautiful today. And the next few clips are kind of my experience of them in Anuradhapura. So just check it out and enjoy. I don't know. I didn't know what it was. Oh, jeez. Ah. I'll fight them.
This is different his disciples. And that is the king.
The design is like, everything's awesome.
The craftsmanship, right?
Oh.
You see? This is all wood craft. And that is the cloth, right?
Yeah.
Now go inside and see.
And the banner.
මේක තමයි ශ්‍රී පතුල කියලා කියන්නේ. ශ්‍රී පතුල ආපුතේ. When you go to the Adam's Tree, the same process.
They bow down in front of this only Sri Pada. Yeah, the holy feet.
Let me see.
Sri Pada.
What is the egg?
To the top of the crystallite. Temple, the top of the temple.
Oh my God.
That is
The crystal.
you take camera and zoom
I
it, you
know
can
what
see.
to do. You see, Puta, wherever you go, the craftsman is that the combination of those things, symbols. You see?
Peacock.
And each kingdom has different symbols.
මේක නෙමෙයි ඔරිජිනල් එක යකි මෙහෙම එළියේ ඉඳන් ඔයිල් දාන්න තියෙන්නේ.
Okay.
Right? මේගොල්ලෝ හදලා තියෙන නිකන් ඇතුළේ තියලානේ. අරක එහෙම නෙමෙයි එළියේ ඉඳන් ඕනම කෙනෙක්ට තෙල් දාන්න පුළුවන්.
Okay. And it's connected to the lamp.
A king. Anuradhapura.
The best king ever.
In Anuradhapura.
Yeah. This Anuradhapura Kingdom. You know there's a Polonnaruwa Kingdom and there's a Koti Kingdom and Gampala Kingdom. Yeah.
Look at that bird. Toucan. That's cool. I think it's a toucan. It has like the hornbill. It's hard to get. It's gigantic.
gradually lift it up.
Gata. Ek kiwa 9.
Huh?
Sign 9.
9? No,
Oh.
7 stories.
Still.
7 stories.
මේක බලා ගන්න.
Is that legal?
මේකේ දැන් සාමාන්‍ය අලියා හරකා අලියා අස්සයා එහෙමනේ ඉන්නේ. මේකේ නෑ ස්වාන්ලා ලයන්ස්ලා නෑ මේකේ. ඒවා එන්නේ අනුරාධපුරයෙන් පොළොන්න විසිටම් එකෙන් පස්සේ පොළොන්නරුව දඹදිනිය ඒ වගේ එකින් එකට ස්ටෙප් වෙන
එක kingdom එකෙන් පස්සට add වෙනවා මේකට. Yeah. So if you find the court one, it has plenty of things here.
Different
Even most people they say Neil Armstrong really didn't go to the bucket, but people doesn't like to change the history, right? Yeah.
ඒකින්ද ගොඩාක් අර ඕවලින් යන්න කට්ටිය ඕක හිස්ටරි එක ඔප්පු කරන්න දෙන්නේ හයිඩ් කරනවාමයි.
Oh. ඒක Lions Rock කියනවා නේද?
ඒක Lions Rock කියලා කිව්වට ඒක lion ගේ පොයින්ට් නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ.
දෙනවද දියා? Yeah.
Gnome.
Yeah. Respect කරනවා කියලා හාමුදුරුවන්ගේ සිවුරෙන් සාදු වඳින මේකින් ක්ලොත් එකකින් මේක කවර් කරලා that's how they do that.
බෝධිය අරගෙන ආවා.
You hear that?
නෑ.
මේ ඒ අර ලොකුවත් මේක කඩා වැටුණානේ. ඒකෙන් ඒ branches අරගෙන ඒවා proper ගලන්නේ නේද? ඒ කරලා තමයිලු මේ වටේ ඔක්කොම අනිත් ඒවා ඊට.
So it's still part.
Original one is that one.
Me Okoma?
Original one is
Me Okoma branch?
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. Propagation, yeah, you're right. Hey, this is another eternal flame thing.
Huh?
All year round lighting flame. Yeah. The EPA. Whatever my GoPro gets. There's jewels and stuff like you can see red
Yeah, in
rubies.
there?
There's flower. You see the red
Oh, yeah?
and green. It's crazy. Yo. 3 of them. Tuna.
අවිච්චියා.
වීඩියෝ කරලා නැහැ.
I wish I got all of that.
ලෝපත් ගහගෙන කැරිය. මේක තමයි ඉස්ලාම් මියුසියම් එකක් කි. අපි එන්නේ ඉස්ලාම් මෙතනට තමයි.
එතන හරි නිකන් හරි natural calm. In the Buddhist flag, this is Dharma Chakra.
Dharma.
Dharma Chakra. This is beautiful. I want a picture.
At one point, third tallest building in the world, but twice as big as this. Can you imagine? Oof. 400, now it's 200. Where there's no like stats or anything. Where they could not. I look grumpy, but yeah.
Are you always grumpy? That is your problem. What can I do? Tagaliyam wate. Kumanda.
No, why vate?
Wate. Circle.
What does that say? Can I climb up or no?
No. Oh, are you kidding?
It's
Just
just
to make for maintenance only they have these nails kind of stuff.
yeah, but do you see that?
Yeah.
It's like different animals.
Yeah, I thought that is the elephant's head that is the pieces are missing.
Elephant head and some.
Yeah, see the
That
top?
looks like a lion or something.
Yeah?
That one. It
Oh,
has
you mean
paws.
different animals?
I think maybe.
Animals?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
different.
I thought like ruins, right? So,
They might all be elephants.
yeah.
Yeah, low key.
But could be the animals on that what do you call this?
Moonstone.
Moonstone?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the first tallest building?
I think Khufu's pyramid in
In
Khufu.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Then
The other one is also another pyramid in Giza. They're both around 400. This one was just, I think, around. No, I think those ones are 500. This one was 400 back then.
400 what square feet?
Feet high. Tallest.
High tallest.
Yeah.
Oh, tallest, not the biggest.
Third tallest, yeah.
Third tallest.
I have like a lot of facts I read about this guy. Apparently a lot of the stupas, their foundation was stomped down by elephants. You can't tell, but I guess the inside. Also, is there an inside?
No.
These are solid?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. These are solid. Only thing is what is inside.
I don't know.
This is the relics, the bones or the tooth or something of Lord Buddha. So that is why they are protecting this one. Every stupa, right?
පාරේතුමන් සතට සාත හිතාවන්තු සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනවරම් යටි පුංගවංච සම්පාරණාය පටිලද්ද වදක්ඛේ පුඤ්ඤානිමානි අනුමෝද්‍ය වාසුදේවෝ පාරේතුමන්
These are like Hindu.
සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනවරම් යති පුංගවංච සම්පාරණාය පටිලද්ද වරෝ යතත්ති පුඤ්ඤානිමානි අනුමෝද්‍ය වාසුදේවෝ පාරේතුමන්.
It's pretty. There's always like a pond next to one of these guys.
Yeah, because the Buddhist monks live there and for their stuff, you need water, right? And those days, King's duty was building lakes because the main, this area, the main cultivation is paddy, right? So then the king's duty to give the water to the farmers. And the king Gatisena said, do not let a single drop of water to go to the sea.
Like trap it on the.
It's like his famous saying, do not let a single drop of water to go to the sea. So then they block all the rivers and they build the lakes. And the more love they earn building these stuff because here in Anuradhapura more people die because they suffer a lot because of the rain. They hardly get rain here. So the only thing is
Dehydration is.
collecting water and keep to drink, to bath.
කියන්න සිංහලේ මොන හරි කතා කරගන්න.
It's not gonna sound good.
The lovers. The couple most famous.
Huh?
වීඩියෝ කැමරා තියෙන ඕක ඔෆ් කරන්න.
එයා මොනවද කාප්ද? වඩි වයිට් එක කෙනෙක් මම දැක්කා උදේ ඉඳලා ඔව් එන්න පතේ එකයා. You see the size? Like catfish white ඒව නෑනේ. අත. ඕකට ෂූට් කරන්න ඕනේ.
ෂූට් කරන්න උඩේ ඉන්න.
උඩින් ඉඳලා කියන්නේ?
අතර උඩේ ඉන්න.
හා.
ඒක ඉන්න දාන්න තියෙනවා උඩේ ඉන්න.
Honey, shall we try?
Nah.
එන්නද. තියෙනවා කවි ගාව තියෙන පොයින්ට්ස් ගොඩක්. Come we'll try. මම ශාරුක් ගන්න හිතේ තියන්නේ try කරන්න. ඔය ජූහි චවුලව ගන්න.
මද? දැම්මද?
ඔව්.
මම වීඩියෝ එකක් නෑනේ.
I got it.
ඉතින් ආයෙනේ
I think so. Oh, yeah.
මගේ දෙකම ගියා.
I could do it from here and make it easier.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
ඉමට වැටෙන්නේ නැතුව.
Shit.
You කවි.
I need park. Ah. Shit. Huh?
Try. මම දාපු coins දෙකම ගියා හරියටම. Finally.
I rigged.
See? Learn about dummy, okay?
What?
කිමා කියලා තමයි හඳුන්වන්නේ.
The first?
First statue. What if video කරන්න පුළුවන්?
What is that?
What if video කරන්න පුළුවන් මේක?
මම වීඩියෝ කරන්න පුළුවන්. මම තියෙන ශ්‍රී පතුල බුදු පතුල.
And his toes again.
Yeah.
They're here.
Oh, big one.
It's a little statue, right? Look at that. The
Always?
first temple and the first statue.
This?
Yeah.
අල්ලන්නවත් අදින්න නැතුව අහලා තියන්නේ ඒකයි.
Oh, this is the first
මේක
statue.
පොඩ්ඩක් ඩේන්ජරස්
And the
අල්ලන්න නගින්න. හරිද?
Kavina, are you okay?
අක්කි නගින්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා. වටනත් අල්ලගන්න. බඩරින්න බා. කෙලින්ම මූන්ට ඉන්නේ.
Koi.
What? Oh yes.
That's cool.
එන්න කවි කවිසියන් කපේ කල්පනාවෙන්.
Uh-huh.
හරි?
Oh, well.
This is beautiful, Kavi. How can I capture the color?
අර තියෙන රුවන්වැලිසෑය. අරක තමයි මිහින් කලේ මං හිතන්නේ.
Oh my goodness.
මේක නම් ගන්නකො මාව මෙහෙම තියලා එකක්. එන්නකො Kavi මෙතනට.
Can you go